Artists can't seem to get their current followers or potential fans to actually convert away from social media to collect some dollars and cents on what they do. And this is why many of you all actually move on to the ad strategy, because it seems more feasible and it makes more sense, if you will, pun intended. But we got to actually look under the hood of what you're doing content-wise to make sure that that ad strategy will make sense to you, or at least before you run that ad strategy. Coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover show. All right, so let's get into it. Fans are not leaving the platform, and this is actually a fact. Fans have been consuming content on social media and staying there for some time now. So you may have noticed that you're putting in a lot of work making organic content only to have them stay on the platform and flip to the next video. Something is missing in the content, and that's relatability, relevancy, plus a call to action. Relatability, relevancy, and a call to action are your key factors. And I'll just wing it on frequency later in the video. So let's hop into a little bit more. Being relatable. Being relatable is not hard. You just don't want to be seen for who you are on camera. And that is the fact. For some reason, being yourself on camera is the hardest thing for people to do. However, fans want to see you for who you are. And this is problem number one. The only way to be real is to not be afraid of yourself and just press record to capture the relevant content. This is best done in conjunction with an action related to your talent or a recreational activity that gets you out of your shell. So I'll use LaRussell, for example, on the recreational activity, which is him walking, and then he can begin to actually talk with Splash right there behind the camera. Another way is what you've seen all over social media is talent. If you play any type of instrument, or even if you're just a vocalist that's maybe rehearsing, or you're in the studio or in a practice room or just somewhere, and people just want to see that talent, but they want to see you doing action with it. And once you get in tune with either the vocal and the microphone or the piano or the guitar, and you start doing your thing and you're just in it, the personality begins to flow, and people begin to love that because you're being yourself, your true self. And people just want to see your true self on camera because the people do not know how to do that themselves. And I'm going to touch on it a little bit more. Okay, let's keep going. Now that you're relatable, let's talk about the relevant content. Relevant content is based on your point of view of the current time that we're in, your product, which is music, and your life's journey. These three things allow you to make content that is relevant. Trying to be something that you saw makes you less relevant because fans would rather go see that thing that is more authentic than you're trying to be. Fans want authentic content and fantasy visual experiences. Let me say what fantasy visual experience is. That's just basically your music video that people want to see. It's a fanatical way to showcase the implied purpose of what the song was about. So they want to see that part, but not so much more than they want to see the raw you. Because if they can really see the raw you and touch the raw you, you know, in more ways than one, it doesn't have to be just strictly, you know, oh, look what I did today, this, that, and the third. Sometimes it could just be a piece of you, you know, talking about something in an interview or whatever. People get different pieces of your personality from different aspects. So if we look at your point of view on things that are relevant to the time, and you don't have to talk about everything relevant to the time, but when you can state your point of view on certain things that are relevant to the time, people love that. And on top of that, when you can be yourself in doing the thing that it is you do, people love that as well. Okay, let's keep going. Now, what are we going to do to fix these low conversions? Once you start making relatable, relevant content, your conversations or your conversions, will increase by themselves because fans want more. However, if you want to supercharge the conversions, you have to direct the people and add a call to action. You see what I'm saying? Now, side note, people can't vicariously live through inauthenticity, which is why we want to make relatable, relevant content. Relatable to you or relevant to you and the time, and then do it in an authentic way so that people can live through it. Because if people can't see the authentic side of yourself, then they can't live through you because they have to live through you vicariously to even follow you in the first place. And for you to even make them do an action with the call to action. So now that we know we need a call to action, what is it or how we're going to implement it? Call to action, when you think about it, all of the content that you're creating is the equivalent to a media or press run back in the day. All right. The energy was just transferred to a different mode. However, The last thing to do is tell people where they can go listen to or purchase your latest musical experience product, right? Giving it a fancy name. You'll want to do this at the right time though. Value must be given first, and then you ask for the sell. 5 pieces of content at a time on short form and every time on long form. And I'm saying 5 pieces because people need enough value. 1, 2, 3, and that's cool, but it's a little short. 4, 5, and make the sell on the short form. Now, if you're on long form, you can hit them every time. That's why I hit you every time in every video, because I'm giving you so much value. Same thing if you're doing it on short form, you just got to break it up into pieces, and you got to give a lot of value before you tell people what's going on. And some people have such a crazy way of selling that they don't even tell people to convert. They just know because they're using the fear of missing out in their marketing to actually get people to convert. Bro, I'm a musician. All I want to do is music. It's okay to only want to display music, but you have to do it in a way that shows your personality. Prime examples are Ryan Leslie and Harv's latest studio content. This is a new artist that I've been following. But we see these people in their element. These are true musicians and artists that are creating music, and we get to see it. You see what I'm saying? But they're being their authentic selves. This creating music is such a huge part of themselves, and they don't want people to not see this process, because that makes you more relatable. Oh man, I wish I could do that. Or for producers, man, that's dope. I need to learn how to do that. You see what I'm saying? People begin to live through what they see with the eyes. And if you can do it and be yourself and not be afraid of the camera, I'm telling you, your conversions will go through the roof. What are we converting them to? Streaming DSPs, emails, D2C platforms, even Bandcamp or your website or whatever you want to convert them to. Okay, this is where they're going, and it's on you. It's your world when you build it. What if nobody relates to me? Everybody relates to somebody. Interests are what binds us together. Believe me, somebody is going to be interested in what you are interested in, and they're going to have the same quirks as you, or some of them, right? This causes people to live vicariously through you and become a fan. I keep using that word vicariously because the fan is living through what they see on the phone. You make them feel okay about themselves. That's what you do when you stand in the light. You're making the people feel okay about themselves. Now, let's take a side step really quickly, because if you are a music creative or a music executive who wants to build your record label or publishing company in 60 days or less with a step-by-step foolproof process, then jump into the 60-day record label course today beneath this video. All right, you'll be able to fund your record company, and you'll have everything set to do that funding. You'll be able to not get screwed contractually in this game because you're going to learn about those contracts. And then on top of that, you'll be able to keep the middleman out of your pockets, which is what everybody wants. So you can get all the money coming directly to you personally. But if you are a little bit skeptical about this, grab the free guide beneath this video as well. 10 major steps to increase your record label's profits. A free split sheet is included with that download. Start right now today, but check out your upside. Transforming to authentic content changes the way people gravitate to you in a huge way. This allows your career to flourish beyond measures. We didn't spend any money in today's video. I didn't say go buy this, go get this product or whatever. I just tweaked a couple things in your content making process. And this is going to change the conversions that you get organically. I'm a big organic guy before I'm an ad guy, and I'm not against ads. But if you can learn to be yourself on camera and find environments that allow you to be yourself with the camera there, then that's the content you want to shoot for. You see what I'm saying? It's so long as it's relevant to the product that you're making and the time, and it has your point of view on it, it will work, all right? And people will just have to learn who you are as a person, your quirks and your character and all of that. And people relate to everybody. We're people, we're all connected, okay? Some have big fan bases because they make great product. Some got small fan bases because they don't make so great product, or they just haven't become comfortable with themselves. But let's talk about your downside. Continuing to be inauthentic threatens the longevity of your potential career. It causes you to spin your wheels, making your career harder, and then ultimately this makes you actually not want to continue with music. Because if you can't find your true self, or you can't find the roadblocks that's preventing you from shining, being the authentic person that you are, not caring, not trying hard, but just effortlessly doing it, that's really the key word here for today's video, then it won't work for you. Even if you are talented, it should be effortless, right? Even though it's hard work. You should be able to just hit record, do it. Be comfortable in it. Be comfortable in your skin with who you are. It's a tough thing to overcome, but when you can get through that process, the content is just, oh my God, amazing. So this is the transforming part here. If you were in a position of not getting the click-throughs on social media, then these keys will allow you to become the artist that you actually want to see yourself. Think about that. And if you can become the artist that you want to see yourself, then you will win. Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, jump into the 60-day record label course, grab the free stuff beneath this video, book a call on musicmoneymakeover.com, smash the like button, and guess what? I'll see you next time. Peace.